A catastrophic tornado rips through Alabama this afternoon, killing more than a dozen people. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jory Talley.
And I'm Cash Matlock. Now, the Lee County, Alabama Sheriff says that 14 people died following a tornado this afternoon. The tornado hit near Auburn, Alabama. It left widespread damage across the area. The tornado went along Highway 51 South and Lee Road 38. This is actually footage of Marvin Road and Lee Road 38. Now, many homes have been destroyed and several injuries have been reported.
Community north of what's referred to as the Wautuva community here in southern Lee County. The storm appears to have at least a quarter-mile wide, probably more. We'll know more tomorrow, of course, and we're talking several miles that it traveled on the ground. The damage is significant. I would put it in the category of catastrophic based on the destruction of the homes we've seen. I can say that at this time we have 14 confirmed fatalities, and again, the search continues. We still have some people that are reported missing. We have not identified all of the fatalities yet at this point, but we're continuing, of course, to take care of that. We also have had several individuals that have been transported that were injured to the hospital, some of them with very serious injuries. But again, at this point, our efforts are geared towards search and rescue.
I know there's so many people who...
The sheriff also says that some of the fatalities include juveniles.
Here back at home 8 days after a tornado hit here in Columbus, Red Cross service numbers grow as relief for tornado and flooding victims continue. Shelters and feeding operations are taking place in 4 counties across the state. Red Cross says that there have been nearly 70 people to register at the Columbus shelter. The organization has over 100 workers helping with disaster response, with more expected. Red Cross has served over 2,800 meals, supplied 180 cleanup kits, and 112 comfort kits. Damage assessments are continuing to take place, and the Red Cross says it will continue working with government and community partners, sharing information about available resources to help storm survivors regain from their loss.
Well, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is putting out a notice to mariners in Monroe County. Now, a part of the Tin Tom waterway is currently impassable to traffic. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers says the area is the navigation channel at mile marker 357, and the Corps says due to the recent high water event, a bar has developed at the lower approach to Aberdeen Lock. Hydrographic surveys are underway to assess the shoaling and determine further actions. All traffic is advised to use extreme caution in this area. It's time now for our first look at our forecast with meteorologist Jacob Dickey. Hey, Jacob.
Hey Cash, got some unfortunate news. This just came in about a minute or two ago from Lee County Sheriff's Office, and we're looking where those tornado reports are there. That death toll number is up to 22 right now. Say a prayer for the people of Alabama tonight, folks. It is as bad as it can be in some of those folks. And those storms there is just south of Auburn, Opelika, Alabama, north of Columbus, Georgia. A very serious situation. Search and rescues are still ongoing. Part of this big storm system, we thought for a while it could impact our area. Thankfully, that warm front stayed south of us. And all those severe storms swept across parts of Alabama, Florida, Georgia, even South Mississippi here. Locally, we did get about an inch or two of rain, and we've dried things out. But now we're feeling that cold air on the backside of that cold front pushing on through. Going to be cold for the next couple of days, feeling much more like winter as this January or even December like Arctic air mass comes on through. But we do look to warm things up here over the next couple of days. We got to talk about the chance for some isolated flurries locally here. Winter is going to hold on through the middle of the week. By this time next week, though, we'll be dealing with some more storms in our area. I've got details on all of that coming up in just a bit.
A Columbus man dies at the hospital after crashing his truck yesterday morning. 70-year-old Robert Robertson crashed at the intersection of Spivey and Ridge Road. After the crash, Robertson went back to his home, where deputies also went to question him about the accident. While being questioned, deputies say Robertson collapsed and became unresponsive. That's when deputies started CPR and an ambulance came and transported Robertson to the hospital, where he later died. The investigation into the crash and Robertson's cause of death is ongoing.
A missing Panola County man's body has been found in a Lee County lake. Coroner Carolyn Green says the victim is 31-year-old James Parker. Tupelo police recovered Parker's body in a lake near Briar Ridge Road on Friday night. Parker was reported missing back on Valentine's Day. Green says his body will be sent to Pearl for an autopsy this week.
Okolona native and former NFL football player Jack Gregory passes away over the weekend. Monroe County Coroner Alan Gurley says the 74-year-old died from natural causes. WCBI Stephanie Poole talks to close friends and family to remember Gregory and his legacy.
From growing up in a small town to making it big, Jack Gregory is known for his NFL career as a defensive end for the New York Giants. The eyes that watched him play on screen now hold tears of goodbyes as they remember a town hero and their friend.
I know that he'd be honored and humbled by all the walks of life and people that just, he touched a lot of people and had a heart as big as everything. So we're just honored by the outpouring of love, and I know he would be too.
Gregory passed away at 74 years old. Monroe County Coroner Alan Gurley says he was in the hospital and then transported to the Mercy Care of Amory Nursing Home. He later died of natural causes. He may have left this earth, but the memories of Gregory will forever hold a place in Okolona.
When he was in town, that's where we wanted to be, you know, and then after he retired, and he was there a lot, we wanted to be there. Many people our age felt the same way when he held the rodeos and things like that.
He's going to be deeply missed by a lot of folks. And he just, him and his brother, I grew up on the farm with them, and I just enjoyed their company. He's going to be greatly missed.
Reporting in Monroe County, Stephanie Poole, WCBI News.
The celebration of Gregory's life will be held tomorrow at the Okolona Presbyterian Church at 1 p.m.
Well, Black History Month may be over, but one local congregation is making efforts to spread cultural awareness year-round. Church members say looking to the past may give us answers to the future. Asbury United Methodist Church in Sugar Lock held a special Keeping the Dream Alive ceremony early Sunday afternoon. The event focuses on taking the messages of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. further than the month of February.
Our vision for today is to just educate people that, hey, the month of February is Black History Month, but Dr. King's dream was to celebrate it 365. So we want to be able to let people know, come together, lift up God, lift up the Lord, lift up the name of Jesus, whomever it is that you worship, we can be able to come together as one body of Christ.
Event organizers say understanding our past is crucial.
I think in order to successfully navigate forward, you have to understand where you've come from and to celebrate history, because hidden in history are clues of destiny. So,
remembering our past will help us to not repeat the past, first of all. And when we remember that, we can honor them for what they've done. And we see where we are now, we know what change that we'll have to make so that we don't repeat the past again.
And they also say that the message of inclusivity is especially important for young people.
We should teach our youth, we should teach our kids, and then they will grow up, hopefully better than we done, so that way we'll still be changing our future.
And at the end of the day, the goal of the ceremony is to bring people together.
We as African American people have come such a long way. This part of the community where our church is located is predominantly African American community. And we want them to know that although this is a predominantly African American community, that we all should learn to come together to worship God no matter what your nationality is, because God has no color of a person.
yeah, now more than ever, all of our contribution is needed. To take humanity where we must go takes all of us collaborating and celebrating the unique differences and contributions all of us bring to the table.
Work together, love each other and love God.
Well, event organizers hope the Keeping the Dream Alive ceremony will be able to continue in the years to come. Where we're going to have this week's Mom to Mom coming up after the break. Stay with us.
You're watching WCBI News at 10 with Jory Talley.
Welcome back, everyone. Easy lunches for on the go. That's what we're learning about on this week's Mom to Mom.
Hey moms, today on Mom to Mom, we've got a quick and easy lunch on the go.
This is so simple.
Yes.
It's perfect for busy moms on the go that are eating in their car. It's healthy. You're not going through the drive-thru.
Yes.
So I'll show you how to make it.
Because we're always on the run.
Right.
Always.
Yes. And I love this because you can prep it in advance and it doesn't get soggy because we're going to put our dressing on the bottom. So we're just going to start with chickpeas on the bottom. And then we're going to go feta, tomatoes, cucumbers, shallot, and then top it with romaine. Put our little lid on and fridge ready to go.
I mean, so simple. So lettuce now.
Yes, you can do that or the feta cheese.
Okay, so I mean, it just depends on what you want on your salad, really.
Really, yep.
You can get as creative as you want.
And you could add shredded chicken. It's really what you enjoy, but the key is keeping the dressing on the bottom.
Exactly.
And then you just dump it out when you're ready to eat it.
Exactly. That's perfect. Grab and go.
Love
That's what
it.
I like. That was so simple.
Yes.
And I love that you can just take it with you on the go.
Yep, it's
That's
perfect.
everything.
And you can make these for the whole week. Like I said, you put the lettuce at the top, it doesn't get soggy.
Yes.
And you just grab, put it in your bag, and go.
I love it. So perfect. And it's healthy.
Yes,
Because
and
so often moms are like going to the drive-throughs.
It saves money, and it's better for you.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I love
All right.
these.
All right, moms, we'll connect with me on Facebook, and I'll see you all next week.
Mom to Mom is brought to you by Mom to Be on Wilkins Wise Road in Columbus.
We are right back to winter starting now into tomorrow. Highs are in the 40s and 30s. The wind chills take off 10 degrees there. Coming up after the break, I'll let you know how long the cold air lasts and when our next chance of storms is. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Jacob Dickey.
Still looking at some clouds out there on Alpha Insurance Skycam Network, but we're mostly dry in our area after that rain this morning. We got a quick 1 to 2 inches across our area. Temperatures in the backside of that cold front have fallen, and my, look at this, 36 in Columbus. It's 36 in Amory right now, 34 in Calhoun City, down to 32 in Oxford, still 39, nice and balmy in Aliceville and DeKalb. I tell you what, it's March 3rd right now, but it feels more like December or January. When you factor in that north wind across the area, it feels like the 20s out there. It feels like 28 outside the door at the studio here, 26 in Amory, down to 27 in Tupelo, Oxford feeling like 24. Feels like 18 in Memphis at this hour. Now, radar shows dry air is here, but how I did get a few viewer reports actually. Kathy Sarton and Christy Duke out in Yalobusha County said they had a few snow flurries tonight in Water Valley area at about 7:15 or so. Won't rule that over the next 12 to 24 hours here that we could squeeze a few flakes out. Temperatures, they'll continue to fall. We're in the 20s. And when you factor in that wind chill values here, northwest winds between 5 to 15 miles an hour, if not a little higher. It's going to get down to 28 tonight in Columbus, West Point, and Starkville, 27 in Calhoun City, 21 in Oxford. The wind chill values, though, are down in the teens. It will feel like 18 in Columbus in the morning, 16 in Amory, 11 in Tupelo, down to 10 in Corinth and Iuka. Here's your polite reminder to grab every item of winter clothing you have. Monday looking very cold out there. It says we're heading for the 30s and into the low 40s for a few of us, but we keep that northwest wind around, and that's going to make it feel cooler than that. I got a high of 41 in Columbus, 42 in Macon, 39 in Starkville, Winona. The high on Monday tomorrow is 37. West Alabama, some low 40s there. I've got 42 in Vernon, Solage at 41, Reform at 44, and then upper 30s in the Tupelo area. Tupelo, 38, 38 in Houston, 36 in Water Valley, Oxford at 34 tomorrow for our highs. Clouds will begin to clear out here overnight tonight. By morning, I expect a partly cloudy sky. Futurecast has been teasing us and saying there could be a few snow flurries in the area on Monday. It's been saying that all weekend long, and frankly, as crazy as the weather's been, I don't think it's out of the question to see that. However, you're still going to have school tomorrow. You're still going to not need to go to the grocery store. It's going to be just fine. Nothing to panic about here. But if you see a few snow flurries, send some photos our way. We'd love to see those at some point on the day on Monday. After that, then, we do trend drier and get plenty of sunshine here for the rest of the week. That's maybe some good news here, but still, this winter air is here to stick around on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, even Thursday, well below average. We should be in the 60s this time of year. It's feeling like the 30s and 40s for the next couple of days. Dry air is on the way, though. This high pressure is why we're staying cold. As long as it is off to our north and to our west, we've got north flow bringing in plenty of Arctic air. By Thursday, it switches around. We're back into some more spring-like weather. Heading into next week and looking at some upper-level energy here, a big piece of energy heading in our general direction. By Saturday, it plants itself just to our north. And I think when we see something like this, we'll have to watch for some showers and thunderstorms starting Friday, particularly on Saturday and maybe lasting into Sunday. A very favorable setup for there as we get those spring temperatures back, going from the 40s starting this week. By the weekend, I've got 60s, even some low 70s out there. We'll watch Saturday for the showers and thunderstorms particularly, but still, a few showers not out of the question Thursday and on Friday. In the meantime, very cold weather is here for the next couple of days. Make sure you bundle up.
The fifth-ranked Bulldogs look for another SEC title. Highlights from the game at South Carolina are coming up next in sports.
WCBI Sports with Courtney Robb.
The 5th-ranked Mississippi State women look to wrap the season up, put a bow on it. The only thing standing in the way was one final top 25 matchup at 14th-ranked South Carolina. A win in this game would not only cap off 15 conference wins, it would also give the Bulldogs its second straight regular season SEC title. Let's head to Colonial Life Arena. State won this matchup back in January. The third quarter, State down by 5. Jordan Danbury on the lay-in. She'd cut the deficit to 3. A little later, Danbury to Andra Espinoza-Hunter for 3. One of her 2 on the night. And then here's Espinoza-Hunter again for 2 to give State the lead 42-41. And now let's jump to the fourth quarter. State up by 4 after getting the O board. Unreal Howard adds 2 for the Bulldogs. She has the record for rebounds at Texas A&M. Howard again, this time for Mississippi State, knocking down the long 3 to make it 62-51. But South Carolina starts to make a comeback late in the game with the steal and the lay-in by Tyasha Harris. It's a 2-point game, but some free throws by Tiara McCowan would seal the deal. The Bulldogs go on to get the win. MSU tops South Carolina 68-64. The Dogs get its second regular season SEC title. Both Tiara McCowan and Unreal Howard finished the night with double-doubles. Jordan Danbury and Andra Espinoza-Hunter closing it out in double figures. The Bulldogs will get back to action with the number 1 seed in the SEC tournament on Friday. It was senior day inside the pavilion for Ole Miss taking on Tennessee. Getting things going is Crystal Allen out on the wing. She knocks down a 3 for an early lead. That next possession, though, for the Rebels. This time, Allen driving inside the paint, gets the 2-point shot to go. Ole Miss with 5 unanswered points. Renna Davis putting it to an end, though, pops up the mid-range J, and the Lady Vols now with their first lead of the afternoon. Ole Miss would be trailing. Mimi Reed driving inside, kicks the ball all the way out to Allen, and from behind the arc, she hits the 3, ties it up at 10. Allen with all 10 points for the Rebels right now, but Gabby Crawford joins in on the fun, fights her way to the basket for 2, and grabs the foul. Ole Miss would take back the lead, but they couldn't hold on to it. The Lady Vols dominating the Rebels 81-56. Crystal Allen led the way for Ole Miss with 30 points. She also had 3 rebounds on the day. Ole Miss finishes out the season with a 3-13 SEC record and claims the 12 seed for the SEC tournament. So now the SEC tournament is coming up this week for the women. Ole Miss will be that 12 seed and Mississippi State will be the 1 seed. Mississippi State does have a double bye, which means they won't play until the quarterfinals on Friday. MSU plays the winner of Game 3 from the second round. The game for MSU is at noon on March 8th, again, Friday of this upcoming week. Ole Miss will have to battle it out in the first round against Florida. Ole Miss beat Florida for the last time since the 2 met. If they win again, they play Missouri the following day on Thursday, and the final championship game is coming up on Sunday at 2 p.m. Well, one football Bulldog is breaking records in the NFL Combine right now. More on that coming up next in sports. Stick with us. A.J. Brown's 40-yard dash attempt from yesterday, Odell Beckham's record, and Amari Cooper's all-time record. Sweat also records a 36-inch vertical while he was at the Combine. Let's head over to the Diamond ICC, taking on Calhoun CC. Calhoun on the mound. A wild pitch from the Warhawks helps the Indians get the job done. Jackson Lancaster is able to make it on home and bring in a 1 for Itawamba. Later on in the ballgame, it's Lancaster up to bat again. He sends one out into right field. Can't get the first in time, but the hit is enough to get Lane Domino home and give the Indians another run. ICC on the mound, Kyle Krieger pitching in the strikeout. Krieger able to put an end to the inning for ICC. And in the remaining moments of the game, Tupelo native Ray Sandroni up to bat, sends one to the outfield, and LeBryant Siddell is able to get all the way home, slides in there. The Indians prevail over the Warhawks, get the 2-game sweep with the walk-off win. The Indians will get back to action on Tuesday. That's it for sports. We'll be back with your last look after the break. Stick with us.
Well, happy January in Alaska, maybe? We've got cold air here, folks. It's going to be bitter cold in the morning. Wind chill values in the teens. I know you two work in the morning, right?
Right.
So you're going to wear a sweatshirt, a jacket, a mittens, stocking cap, a scarf.
Oh, wow.
What else?
I don't think I
all
have
the winter
Can I
gear
borrow
you need
yours?
tomorrow. It's going to be cold. Yeah, I'm sleeping in. I'm going to be in warm covers until about noon or so. But, hey, we could squeeze out a few flurries, too. This weather has been crazy. We're back to spring with chance of storms as we get Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We'll keep our eyes on that. But in the meantime, the good news is the sun's coming out. Looks to stick around for a few days.
So all 4 seasons in 1 week, basically.
Exactly right.
Welcome to the South. Have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow night. Y'all have a great week.